has been 10 years, ever since the Willcraft Monster School had been shut down completely. Mobs were left stranded. Herobrine began developing mental illness, causing him to go from being docile and dependable to aggressive and abusive. The school bus had begun breaking down constantly, and the days had gone shorter, even in the summer. Hostile monsters began appearing in every corner, threatening Minecraft's ecosystems. A shell of its former self, the closed school has transformed into a terrible and cruel place, now known as Monster Camp, where Herobrine is not only the teacher, but also the principal, and yes, the ruler, manager, and even dictator of the summer camp. Mobs often face abuse by Herobrine and are forced to fight the invasive monsters. But what monsters? Doesn't Minecraft already have monsters? Every character from another video game or franchise is called a foreign character or monster, with those that are aggressive known as invasive. There are many different types of foreign creatures. Some are docile and non-invasive, like snakes from planet Earth, only attacking when threatened. But others, like Wuggy from Puppy Playtime, actively hunt down native creatures and destroy the ecological balance. Get ready to equip your army as we join the native Minecraft mobs on a mission to stop the invasive monsters. Mickey's deadly secret. It was a normal day at the brand new monster camp. Herobrine was clamping his hands as he waited for his 6 members, zombie, skeleton, creeper, enderman, spider, and Ravager, to arrive. Ravager is a new member, the first of his kind to join the camp. Remember when Monster School from 2015 was so diverse? Blaze, gas, cave spider, zombified piglin, slime, magma cube, wither skeleton, etc. They were all there. But now, it's all down to only the 6 mobs join in. Herobrine puffed and puffed, and Ravager made his way to the seat. The 5 other mobs joined in, all hopping into their own respective positions. As a wizard, Herobrine can do anything, and could even force the mobs to kill each other. But instead of this tactic, he uses another method. Herobrine introduces the activity of introducing Mickey Mouse. But this wasn't the friendly rodent the mobs were hoping for. This is a distorted, evil version of Mickey, shaped by Disney's corporate greed and popular culture. Disney had already destroyed its home entertainment division on planet Earth, which already potentially leaned to fragmentation and high prices for used Disney movie copies there. If they're on DVD and Blu-ray, that is. Herobrine opens the portal, and Mickey Mouse.exe emerges from his Disney world. The rodent's creepy eyes gave Enderman and Ravager the chills. Soon, Herobrine teleports the mobs alongside the evil mouse. Ravager is first in the battle. He attempts to kill Mickey by biting at his freaky face. His mass and body do make him a formidable adversary against Mickey Mouse.exe. But unfortunately, he suddenly falls off a cliff, and falls down to the depths below, never to be seen again. Herobrine then deployed Spider. Spider's agility was unfortunately unmatched by the Disney creature, who had squished him like a little morsel. Skeleton soon joins the fight and employs his bow and arrows, and does pretty good damage to his ears and face. But Mickey Mouse is now more aggressive. His eyes were like lasers, and the massive rodent grabs the skeleton with his gloves and eats him whole in a single bite. Creeper arrives on the scene and tries to avoid Mickey Mouse as he would behave with a cat. Suddenly, Mickey Mouse.exe lunges towards him, forcing Creeper to do something, well, that's nothing but self-destruct, forming a massive explosion, knocking out the monster. Zombie gets teleported in by Herobrine, and he begins trying to hit Mickey Mouse from behind. But Zombie was too slow, and was soon knocked off the platform by the evil rodent. Finally, Enderman comes in, his teleportation abilities going to give him a massive advantage over Mickey Mouse.exe. He actively hits the mouse while teleporting simultaneously, preventing Mickey from attacking him. The Enderman screams as he continues to dodge the monster's attacks. Eventually, he caught the beast and threw him off a cliff. Herobrine pretends to celebrate Enderman's victory as usual, but as we know, he's just an aggressive lunatic. But will Mickey Mouse.exe resist the fall? Will he survive? If he does, he may come back and cause more damage. Enderman was the only mob to get an A. The rest had all failed to survive the evil Disney entity. But Mickey Mouse is far from being one of the invasive creatures from Disney. He is not the only beast. Lady Tremaine, Scar, Jafar, Ming Li, Ursula, and Gaston are all aggressive and invasive beasts from Disney and Pixar. Let's hope the mobs don't face these guys. Bendy's bent plan. A beast of a dangerous kind, from his own kind of world, has decimated entire desert biomes, leaving nothing but blocks of sand and dust. Herobrine teleports the Minecraft mobs to this area, where they are forced to work together to face Beast Bendy, a creature with a tendency to coat everything in ink, and is also the final and most dangerous form of Ink Bendy, which is another name for Beast Bendy, I guess. Recognizable with its 2 spots on its gloves instead of the distinctive 3 in Mickey Mouse, Beast Bendy is much more aggressive, capable of delivering powerful bites and attacks and ability to manipulate ink. The mobs, Creeper, Zombie, Skeleton, Spider, Ravager, and Enderman, are teleported all at once in the middle of the desert, unlike in most other blood sports where only one mob goes on to fight the beast. The mobs search through the desert. The absence of rabbits and cacti made this place more creepy and made mobs feel more lonely. But of the course, all 6 mobs know that they are not alone. A bendy beast is lurking in the sand, his tan hue blending him with his surroundings in the black caves where he lies. Spider's on the lookout for Bendy. He was crawling outside in the sand, but the sun was scorching hot, causing him to resort to finding a cave to hide in the shadows to cool off from the hot desert sun. But this was the worst decision Spider has ever made. Suddenly, Beast Bendy appears, agile despite his massive and muscular frame. His sharp fangs pierce Spider's abdomen, leaving the 8-legged mob instantly harmless and dead. Beast Bendy begins sinking his human-like teeth into Spider's flesh, devouring him quickly. Enderman was looking around caves to search for Beast Bendy, until he suddenly came across the same cave where Spider chose to crawl inside. He screams as he sees his 8-legged friend being eaten away by Ink Bendy inside the cave. Enderman tells Creeper, Ravager, Skeleton, and Zombie about the incident, and they soon begin walking towards the cave. Beast Bendy crawls out of the cave and begins confronting the 5 remaining survivors, unleashing a devastating roar. Enderman starts attacking Bendy from behind, while the other mobs attempt to distract him. Zombie makes noises to disorient the monster, while Skeleton gets out his bow and releases arrows at the beast's body. Ravager then begins biting at Beast Bendy's head. The illager-faced behemoth's strong bite left the monster's face completely squished, blind, and unable to hear. Ravager then deals multiple bites on his neck, leaving Bendy harmless and dead. Herobrine doesn't seem to care again about the mob's ability to take down the creature. As a result of this, Enderman takes a little hit on his torso. Maybe he will learn his lesson and get back his original mental state. Friday Night Fairground. The sounds of Fairground organs in Friday Night Funkin are surprisingly similar, both involving upbeat music. The camp opens when a new member, Silverfish, joins Zombie, Spider, Ravager, Creeper, Skeleton, and Enderman. Herobrine says a band organ has been spotted relatively close to the camp near a taiga forest. Herobrine teleports the 7 mobs to the forest, leaving them on a group hunt to search for the organ. Spider climbs up the trees where he could get a clear look of the view, but also make it easier for him to spot the freaky instrument. Suddenly, he hears drumming and ringing from somewhere. He looked in the direction where the sounds came from and saw a blue and purple colored band organ, equipped full of pipes, horns, and other instrument parts. This organ doesn't blend in with the Minecraft environment. It is smooth and round, unlike native Minecraft objects which are typically blocky in appearance. The band organ has a Friday Night Funkin' logo attached to the top, with Friday Night Funkin' themed decorations all over the instrument. Spider begins crawling down the tree and begins walking to the organ. The other mobs follow Spider, and they soon realize that it was a surprising fact when they realized the band organ wasn't the only thing there. A whole Funkin'-themed fair is set, complete with roller coasters and other rides. Worried that the foraying fair could cause trouble to Minecraft's native ecosystems, Spider, Silverfish, Ravager, Creeper, Enderman, Zombie, and Skeleton are not happy about going, but they have to, otherwise Herobrine could threaten their lives. The mobs walk past the gate and had successfully infiltrated the park. Unfortunately, Tankman is up to no good. He's playing a small barrel organ, unlike the boyfriend's massive Fairground organ located further away in the park. But this doesn't make him any less dangerous. He suddenly threw the organ at Ravager. The organ had punctured his skin, causing him to attack Tankman. He takes a massive bite on the guy and throws him out of the gate. But Tankman isn't the only Funkin' creature, and unfortunately, many more are looking around. A lemon-headed creature, known as simply Monster, was singing on the stage with Boyfriend's big band organ. While the monster was singing, the big Fairground organ started playing, and Boyfriend appeared out of his machine with his demonic girlfriend, challenging the monster. But this just annoyed and angered the native Minecraft mobs, and Skeleton began shooting arrows at all the creatures. But Boyfriend is not going to let his guard down, and starts running at Skeleton, smacking and hitting him, leaving his now lifeless body on the floor. Boyfriend then targets Zombie, Spider, and Silverfish. The rapper had squished the poor little Silverfish into sludge, but can Zombie and Spider fight him off? Spider sets up web traps that luckily cause Boyfriend to slip, allowing Spider to bite into his neck and finish him off. Enderman targets the lemon-headed creature as they both begin fighting. Ravager helps take the monster down by biting his body. Luckily, the two mobs successfully take down the creature, and Creeper got his eyes on Girlfriend, exploding himself, sending the 900-pound demon into the air. It looks like all the monsters were killed, but suddenly a massive swarm of unknown creatures comes running straight after the mobs. Luckily, Spider found a cave, but the cave was too short for the other mobs to get in. Spider watches in horror as the swarm of monsters fatally kill Enderman, Ravager, Zombie, and Skeleton. Enderman tried to teleport away, but the monsters got him too soon before he was able to escape. Soon, Spider was teleported back to the camp, but now the swarm of monsters is now approaching the camp. The mobs get back in the building with Herobrine, as the last remaining individual watches in horror as the landscape outside the windows becomes nothing but masses of monsters. Hopefully, they won't make it inside, but if the beasts do get inside, it will be game over for everyone, including Herobrine. Spider got an idea. He started breaking stones and alerted the silverfish in some of these stones to be aware of the threats outside. It looks like Spider now has his own arm, but will he be able to survive? Silverfish is dead, but her spirit will remain in Spider's heart, willing to protect Minecraft's arthropods. But still, are the mobs able to really survive? With invasive creatures taking over Minecraft, this video is going to transform the brain rot into a focused tale, highlighting the importance of keeping everything in Minecraft only. Mixing foreign objects can lead to lethal consequences, highlighting the importance that foreign species need to stay in their own locations and not be in Minecraft. Otherwise, conflicts will start and will lead to serious consequences. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. And I'll see you in the next video. This video is not for children.
The new 2025 Ford Explorer. The new 2025 Ford Explorer. The new 2025 Ford Explorer.
This isn't a good idea.
You'll be fine. Try again.
Okay.
Hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Don't make you get it. Hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Don't make you get it.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Don't make you get it. Hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Don't make you get it. Mine? Last I heard, he's heading...
This isn't a good idea.
You'll be fine.
Try again!
Okay.
Here's Brucey!
Your rats with wings!
Hear me!
Yeah, I can hear you.
Don't make you dead! Hear me!
Yeah, I can hear you.
Don't make you dead! Hear me!
Yeah, I can hear you.
Don't make you dead! Intervention! Just a bite! You all together, mate! Remember, Bruce, fish are friends, not food! Food! I'm having fish tonight! Remember the steps, mate! Just one bite! Good, eh?
Let's go!
Here's Brucey!
Bruce, focus! Sorry about Bruce, mate. He's really a nice guy.
This isn't a good idea.
You'll be fine. Try again.
Okay.
Hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sharkmate, you did it! Hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sharkmate, you did it! Hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sharkmate, you did it! Hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sharkmate, you did it!
Mine? Last I heard, he's heading...
This isn't a good idea.
You'll be fine. Try again.
Okay.
Here's Brucey!
Shut up! You rats with wings!
Hear me!
Yeah, I can hear you.
Don't make you get it!
Hear me!
Yeah, I can hear you.
Don't make you get it!
Hear me!
Yeah, I can hear you.
Don't make you get it!
Intervention!
Just a bite!
You all together, mate! Remember, Bruce, fish are friends, not food!
Food! I'm having fish tonight!
Remember the steps, mate!
Just one bite! Good, hey?
Let's go!
Here's Brucey!
Bruce, focus! Sorry about Bruce, mate! He's really a nice guy!
Just a bite!
Together, mate! Remember, Bruce, fish are friends, not food!
Food! I'll show you lightning!
Exposing Herobrine. Spider, zombie, Ravager, creeper, Enderman, and skeleton. They are all very upset about Herobrine's frequent tantrums. But with such a rapid change in behavior, the mobs might believe that he may be possessed by a monster. But what kind of creature could he be possessed by? As the mobs figure out what happened to their poor teacher, the other species outside suddenly disappear. Due to the global monster infestation in Minecraft, approximately 93% of all Minecraft mobs are now extinct, including the Ender Dragon, Warden, and Wither. Even Spider's silverfish army had suddenly died from unknown causes. The mobs then chose to confront Herobrine himself. Enderman starts brewing a potion of healing to stop the monster or any other potential creature from possessing Herobrine. He grabs all the supplies needed for the potion recipe, thanks to his ability to teleport to different dimensions within the Minecraft world. But before Enderman could finish the job, Herobrine had suddenly fallen onto the floor, lying motionless, showing no signs of life. Skeleton tries to wake him up, but he gets no response. Just a dead body. This is no longer a monster summer camp. It's now just a survival base. Suddenly, in the same area where Herobrine's carcass was, a freaky creature resembling the letter F had appeared. The mobs thought this was going to be easy, but the little angry letter from the Alphabet Lore YouTube series was up to no good. The beast took a massive bite on Ravager, causing deep cuts. Ravager responded by attempting to bite him, but the small black letter was too agile and fast. Perhaps this monster was the one who possessed Herobrine. The letter continued attacking Ravager, to the point that he was badly damaged. Enderman soon joined the fight and grabbed F by the arm, teleported him outside, and threw him off a nearby cliff. The black letter screams as he falls to the ground and dies. One monster down, but many more to come. Foxy comes out charging towards the camp, his fangs clearly visible, indicating that this pirate fox is ready to kill the mobs. Creeper gets ready and sacrifices himself by exploding on Foxy. But Foxy doesn't get hurt so easily. Or does he? He had barely been able to come back running towards the other mobs before suddenly falling apart and dying. Feet down, Enderman wins. Even Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's is surprised. And then Enderman does what he does best, and lets the evil fox decay. Herobrine suddenly started going up again, suddenly coming back to life, now back to his former glory. None abusive, none aggressive, and friendly. What happened? Said Creeper. Wait, I thought you guys died. Oh, perhaps a new creeper volunteered here. What happened? Said this creeper. I got possessed by one of those evil monsters that are infesting Minecraft's ecosystems, causing behavioral infections, said Herobrine. But what about the loss of biodiversity? Said Enderman. Without our indigenous resources, we won't be able to reinforce our camp, and all our favorite biomes and places may disappear. The mobs then begin their mission to bring back Minecraft's biodiversity. Biodiversity Killer. Nightmare Freddy. This particular breed of Freddy Fazbear is one of the most invasive and dangerous Five Nights at Freddy's creatures. With sharp claws and teeth, he is able to easily kill even larger mobs like sniffers, camels, and iron golems, all of which are now extinct due to the monster infestation. The 6 last remaining Minecraft mobs alongside Herobrine himself begin their expedition to track down Nightmare Freddy Fazbear. But this expedition isn't going to be easy. Spider may be able to climb, and Enderman able to teleport, but this won't make hunting down Nightmare Freddy any easier. Spider, Creeper, Ravager, Zombie Skeleton, Enderman, and Herobrine find themselves traveling through a destroyed forest with almost no signs of life, except for the occasional glimpse of grass blocks and rose bushes. While walking, the mobs come across a living tree, a rare sight to see in modern Minecraft. Spider checks out the tree, but he suddenly becomes distracted by a cave just a few meters away. The other mobs and Herobrine follow Spider. Inside the cave, Spider looks around, searching for something. He comes across a small dungeon covered in cobblestone. A spider monster spawner was inside, but for some reason it isn't spawning anything. Suddenly, Zombie heard strange sounding footsteps from deeper away in the cave. But there it was. A monster. Clearly not from Minecraft. But this beast wasn't the Nightmare Freddy that has been cited earlier by some other strange statistics. Instead, it was Nightmare, a robotic translucent black bear known for being very dangerous. Just a single bite from Nightmare can be fatal. Herobrine attempted to threaten him away with his torch, but the monster instead charged at him and took a massive bite on his neck. The Five Nights at Freddy's creature soon disappeared into the darkness, leaving the mobs by themselves. Enderman started teleporting across the cave to find Nightmare, but despite his vigorous checking and teleportation ability, no signs of him could be found. Nightmare is different from Nightmare Freddy, because unlike Nightmare Freddy, his body is translucent, with a yellow hat and bow tie. Like all animatronics from Five Nights at Freddy's, Nightmare loves to hide under objects to avoid detection. The Minecraft mobs soon leave the cave, all very sad and upset that they lost their only leader. Herobrine could have possibly died from Nightmare's ruthless attack. As the mobs leave the cave, they head back to their base and plan their way to get weapons. The mobs are powerful, but not powerful enough to deal with foreign creatures like Nightmare. so they need to think of some strategies or potions to defeat them. Without these vital weapons as tools, all the mobs may go extinct. Loss of biodiversity alone already significantly impacts the Minecraft mob's survival, leading to essential resources becoming scarce and unsustainable, which then leads to their extinction. Remember that about 93% of all Minecraft mobs are now extinct. If the mobs don't act now, they could be dead in a single week. From other monsters, possibly Nightmare from Five Nights at Freddy's himself. You might want to think twice before adding mobs to Minecraft.